Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. I would dare say that almost all cemetery channels inevitably visit this grave at some point, and today it's our turn here at Wit Docs. Today's journey takes us to Baltimore, Maryland at the Westminster Hall and Burying Ground. This site was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1974. This graveyard was first established in 1787 and was established by the First Presbyterian Church of Baltimore. Buried within these grounds are the final remains of several early Baltimore citizens, and we will see a few of those in the footage of this historical location. And when Edgar Allan Poe passed away under horrific conditions, he was buried here in 1849 and would be reinterred to a more prominent section of this small cemetery in 1875, with a large amount of spectators here to witness that. This site, this location, and these grounds are considered some of the most historic in all of Baltimore, and we are here right in the middle of all of it to explore this amazing place and take a look at the life and tragic death of Edgar Allan Poe. He was born in 1809, and although he is most associated with Baltimore, Maryland, he was actually born in Boston. Poe's father abandoned his family, and his mother died when he was just a small child. He would be raised by John and Frances Allen and would live in Richmond, Virginia as a boy. Poe didn't have an easy childhood. He would eventually attend the University of Virginia, but left there after his money ran dry. In 1827, he would actually join the army under an assumed name. He failed out of West Point, and it was at this time that he started to turn his focus towards his writing. He would marry his cousin, Virginia Clem, in 1836. She would die of tuberculosis in 1847. He would publish The Raven in 1845, which would go on to be one of his most read and respected works, and not only is it remembered well, he had success with it during his life. He would publish poems, short stories, collections, journals, and many more types of writings and works. He would be one of the first writers in America to be able to make a living on his writing alone. His works of fiction would deal in the macabre and forms of Gothic horror such as death, premature burial, decomposition, and other forms of horror as well. Even today, this is the style of writing that he is most well known for. Although he would be most well known for this style, he would write in other styles as well. Unfortunately, Poe didn't live a long life, and there are questions and theories about his death that still hold strong today. He was found roaming the streets of Baltimore in a delirious and confused state. There are several circumstances that surround the whole scene that do not paint a pretty picture. When taken to Washington Medical College, he was found in clothes not of his own, and through his incoherence he could not explain how. As a matter of fact, he couldn't explain anything. It was not a pleasant scene, and he had a harsh end to his life, suffering greatly. It is said that his last words were, "Lord help my poor soul." Edgar Allan Poe died October 7th, 1849. All of his medical records were lost or otherwise do not exist. Many experts have weighed in on this. Some of the theories for a cause of death include alcoholism, epilepsy, syphilis, carbon monoxide poisoning, and another theory that has gained a lot of traction, rabies. Edgar Allan Poe, a man that died over 150 years ago, is still talked about, and his works are still being read today. I knew that I wanted to get this gravesite on my channel. The gravesite itself is very well visited. I'm definitely glad to have visited it today. This area is very beautiful, and this site is just so historic. You've been seeing the cemetery and some of the architecture and other graves in here. There are some notable burials in here from early Baltimore. I was able to film a few videos here in Baltimore, and I truly enjoyed the history that I have found. Among the Gothic and macabre circles, this man and this site is legendary. Like I mentioned before, most of the major cemetery channels have already been here, and we all bring something just a little different to the table, so I most definitely wanted to bring my version to you all, my viewers, and my Whit Docs family. I appreciate you all more than you'll ever know. If you like cemetery videos and visits, please subscribe and join us on this channel. We do more than just visit graves. We pay respects and tell a little bit about those that we visit. And in this case, I find it just a little ironic that the man who wrote so much about dark topics and subjects passes away in such a heinous and mysterious fashion. Edgar Allan Poe, a literary legend, a man of mystery in life and death. Another video of mine will be on the screen soon. It is my hopes that you will watch it. Once again, from Westminster Hall and Burying Ground in Baltimore, Maryland, I will see you again soon.